Okay, I'm going to cut to the chase. If you've been thinking about buying a smart ring, just do it. This thing is incredible. There's a link and discount code in the description. Grab it.
10% off or 20% off.
Okay, let's talk about why I think you should just go ahead and buy the Ultrahuman Ring Air. To be honest, I was skeptical at first because I've been a devoted Fitbit user for 10 years. And I'd seen people wearing smart rings, but I didn't think I needed one. But I'm telling you, this has been a total game changer in my health routine. I absolutely love it. So I'm going to give you the full Monty on what this thing does, the features it tracks, and why I love it. Because there are some really cool things it can do that no other wearable on the market is doing right now. Now, just to be clear, this video is not sponsored. Ultrahuman did send me this ring a while ago, probably hoping I'd review it, but I wasn't asked to say anything specific, so everything I'll be sharing is my genuine experience. I've been using this ring since July, and I feel like I can finally give you my honest thoughts on how it stacks up as a health and wellness tool. I've been a Fitbit user for a decade, trying various models since 2014, and I liked it. I like tracking my daily steps and my sleep, but Fitbit has some drawbacks, I gotta be honest. I'm not convinced it's very accurate with the sleep tracking. The daily scores it gives you they just don't seem to align with the data, and that's super frustrating. I also find it annoying that this thing makes my wrist all sweaty and gross when I work out, and then my skin starts to itch right there, which I really hate. And then there's the subscription thing. One thing I really appreciate about the Ultrahuman Ring Air is that once you buy it, you don't pay anything more. You have access to all your health data and other useful information. Everything's included when you buy the ring. There are no subscription fees like the Oura Ring and many other wearables have. Yeah, I think Oura charges $70 a year, and Fitbit gives you some data for free, but you can't get the deeper insights and analysis without paying the extra $80 annual subscription. Well, Ultrahuman offers a more comprehensive and free analysis of your health data, and it offers helpful insights based on that data, and it supports your health goals on explanations on how to improve. It even provides tips on optimizing caffeine intake. Another thing I really like about this ring is its weight. I believe it's the latest one on the market, which means it's not too big and bulky compared to some others out there. It's thinner than the others and has no notches. It's got a hypoallergenic smooth inner shell, so it doesn't make my finger red and itchy. I hardly even know it's there, and I wear it everywhere. Lifting weights at the gym, I wear it in the shower, putting on lotion. It's apparently made of fighter jet grade titanium, so it's super strong, with a tungsten carbide carbon coating. Yeah, I had to look that up to see what that actually means. Google says it's a protective layer twice as strong as steel, applied to metallic surfaces to resist wear, corrosion, and abrasion. So geez, it's no wonder it's so tough, because I kind of abuse this thing. I mean, you can see mine has some scratches, but I think it still looks pretty good after 5 months. I only take it off to charge it about every 4 to 5 days. I do it while I'm sitting at my desk, and it takes about an hour, but I don't usually let it get down below 15%. Sometimes I'll just throw it on the charger for about 20 minutes just to top it up. I got the gold one because I tend to wear more gold than silver, but it comes in 5 different colors. And to make sure you get the right size, after you order, Ultrahuman sends you this cool ring sizing kit with 10 different sizes. So you can literally try them on and see which one feels like the best size for you. Which is really great because I actually would have thought I'd need a size 7 because that's what size my wedding ring is. But Ultrahuman recommends that you wear the ring on your index finger, and I wanted to wear it on my right hand. And it turns out that finger is a whole size bigger than my wedding ring finger. I didn't know that. By the way, they recommend the index finger, but they also say your middle finger or this finger is okay too. And one thing I didn't think about before when I was just using my Fitbit on my wrist, apparently one of the reasons the Ultrahuman Ring Air's data is so reliable and accurate is because of how it hugs your finger, which gives it close proximity to the arteries in the finger. I can totally see why that would be better than getting data from the top of your wrist. It's actually pretty amazing that this tiny thing can give me so much data and information about my health. Okay, speaking of that, let me tell you what this ring can do and why it's so helpful. Number 1, sleep metrics. Sleep tracking was one of the biggest reasons I wanted to try the Ultrahuman Air. Sleep is so important. It's literally the foundation for our health and happiness. I mean, studies show that sleep impacts everything. How we think, how we feel, how we perform both physically and mentally, even how successful or happy we are. It's wild, but good sleep really is at the core of everything. Now, my Fitbit was, as I said, not the greatest at tracking sleep, in my opinion. The scores they give just really don't seem to jive. They don't make sense. Plus, to get the really interesting and helpful data, I'd have to pay the $80 annual subscription fee, which I really didn't want to do. With the Ultrahuman Ring Air, I can not only see my sleep stages broken down, deep sleep, light sleep, and REM, along with sleep duration, quality, and how consistent my sleep is over time. It even shows me how many times I toss and turn when I sleep. I have no idea how it does that. And I can get helpful insights about how to improve my sleep, which I could definitely use. It's been super helpful, especially as my sleep has definitely changed with menopause. Seeing the full picture of my sleep quality and understanding how to actually improve it has been a game changer for me. Okay, 2, heart rate metrics. This ring tracks both your heart rate and your heart rate variability, that's HRV, which is amazing for knowing how your body's coping with stress or recovery. It's a really cool way to see if your body is in a relaxed state or if it might just need a little extra care. As women, our heart rate can be influenced by so much. I mean, hormones, lifestyle, even where we are in our cycle. Oh, and oh my God, the other night, my husband and I were at home watching a really scary movie, and I could literally see my heart rate increase on the app. So did my stress level. I'll tell you about that part in a minute. It was pretty funny. I've got to say, it's so interesting to look at your heart rate throughout the day and see when it speeds up and slows down, and understand why. It's also good to be able to track it over time because, your heart rate can change according to your level of fitness and other things. Speaking of fitness, number 3 is activity and movement. All right, here's where I still give Fitbit some credit. Tracking steps and movement has always been something it's done really well. But this little guy does that just as well. The ring tracks daily movement and intensity, so I don't have to wear a big device on my wrist, which, sometimes gets in the way and gets sweaty and disgusting when I sweat. But I still get all the important health data, plus those reminders to get up and stretch, for example. It gives you a daily score based on how often you move throughout the day, rather than just how long your workout is, which I think is really important. Number 4, body temperature. Okay, this is something I never knew I needed, but it's been super helpful, especially during perimenopause, menopause, or postmenopause. It's great for spotting patterns and seeing how your temperature shifts, which could be affected by sleep quality, activity, and even stress. Number 5, dynamic recovery score. I've got to admit, this one was new to me. Apparently, it's the first score on any wearable that adapts to what you're doing throughout the day, whether that's a quick power nap or a cold plunge or even a bit of NSDR, which stands for non-sleep deep rest, to recharge. This score takes in all these signals that your body's sending, like heart rate variability, and skin temperature, so you can actually get a real-time feel for how your body's doing and what it needs. Number 6, stress rhythm. This is another very helpful, pretty similar tool. This ring uses HRV and other metrics to estimate your stress levels, even if you don't feel particularly stressed. And let's be real, stress can creep up on us, especially with hormonal changes, daily responsibilities, and just, life in general. I like that this ring not only shows you your levels of stress and relaxation throughout the day, but it also encourages me to take proactive steps toward relaxation when necessary with, say, breathing exercises or a quick meditation. And it even gives you some of those right there in the app. And finally, menstrual cycle tracking. Okay, so I no longer need this since I'm postmenopausal now, but apparently gives you an amazingly accurate look at your menstrual cycle phases using biomarkers like skin temperature, resting heart rate, and heart rate variability. It predicts upcoming cycles, which would be super helpful. It also has pregnancy insights as an option, but I'm way past that phase of life. But apparently it gives tailored advice on nutrition, activity levels, and health metrics that are crucial during that time. And speaking of pregnancy, apparently they're about to add ovulation tracking as an option to the ring too, that helps you predict fertile windows and plan for pregnancy. I mean, that's pretty amazing. All in one app without any monthly subscription. I think that's phenomenal. And this ring also does even more stuff than I just told you about. Like, it tells you your cardio age, which is really interesting. Like, mine says my cardio age is apparently 56, which I really like to hear since I'm actually 60. It also tracks how many calories you've burned, how much sunlight you've gotten, because that's super important too, not only for vitamin D, but also for regulating your circadian rhythm, which really helps with sleep, as you might know. The ring also gives you a window for caffeine and reminds you when that window is about to close, just in case you want to grab one more cup of coffee or tea before it's too close to bedtime and will affect your sleep. It tracks your screen time if you want it to and reminds you when to wind down that screen time hours before bedtime. I've got to say, that has really made a difference in my sleep. It's so much better now that I've got my little health assistant with me. Oh, it's telling me right now that it's time to get up and move. It's not good to sit all day, no matter how hard we hit it in the gym. The Ultrahuman ring also has a Find My Ring capability in the app, which is handy if I ever misplace it. And you can contact customer service right from the app if you want to. So, needless to say, I am now a huge fan of this ring. And I admit, I was skeptical in the beginning. I mean, I had no idea how much this little thing could do and how helpful it would be. I mean, let's face it, I didn't know what I was missing. And with no subscription fees, that's huge. I mean, especially as we age, it's super important to know what's going on in our body and how to maximize our health, right? The Ultrahuman not only gives me my health data, but more importantly, it helps me understand why that data matters and what to do with it without feeling overwhelmed. And all within just this tiny little ring. So if you want one, you can get it for 20% off between November 22nd and December 2nd with my link and discount code below in the description. And if you missed that Black Friday sale, don't worry, I can still get you a 10% discount, and I'll put that link and code down below as well. I hope this has been helpful to you guys. Cheers to you and your health and wellness journey. I'm sending you all of my love and best wishes to all of you.